put your expectation of his acting at a very level, and then you will be fine. This is what crime dramas should be. It just keeps getting more interesting. Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. 重生之门 Be Reborn is a drama that's being aired on the platform Youku. The drama is directed by Yang Dong, who is the same director who's directed a very similar titled drama, 重生 Reborn, a couple of years ago. That drama was also led by Zhang Yi, also produced by the same company and very similar team makeup. Don't get confused. It's kind of made by the same company, same team, but really irrelevant stories. 重生之门 in Chinese literally meaning the gate of rebirth. Now we have a younger actor joining the main lead team. That would be Wong Junkai. TF Boys, the Chinese homegrown boy band, and not arguably, definitively the most successful one ever, and made up with 3 people, and he is one of them. This drama started shooting last year, March, in the city Wuxi, and wrapped in July. From day 1 it went live, it hasn't stopped airing, and I've been following this drama from day 1 to now. As I'm making this video, I've just finished watching episode 9. By the time this video goes out, it should be around 11 that they've just finished airing. Good place to talk about first impression and projection for the future. Let me first roughly introduce you to the story and then my rating, and then as usual, what I like so far and not so like so far. So to put it very simply about what this drama is, it is a crime drama involving a criminal cases investigation team leader of a police station, played by Zhang Yi. Think of he is the Du Cheng, basically under the skin. Pretty much exactly same position and same function in the storytelling. And he, because of a case at the beginning of this drama, started to collaborate with a university student who majored in law, played by Wong Junkai. But this is not your simple average university student. He is a very clever guy, otherwise, why would he be collaborating with the police? But he also has a very complicated family background. His father was a famous thief who's been known to have stolen some very important and expensive things and disappeared in a car crash into the river and never was heard from then on. So he had a very complicated childhood, and also his grandfather was also a very well-known thief, so he basically came from a thief's heritage family. Right at the beginning of the story, he gets involved in this case, therefore he encounters Zhang Yi's character, and then they start to form this collaborative but also trying to smart each other out type of relationship. That is the basic setup of this drama. If it's being a very generous rating, I'll give it 2 gold mine. If I'm being very strict, I'll probably push it down to about 1.7 or 8, but it's really close to a 2 gold mine. I think in the next couple of episodes, if it keeps performing really well and meet my expectation, is at least it's gonna end up being a 2 gold mine, given it doesn't crash at the end. Now, you know what is coming up, right? Things in more specific details. There aren't that many significant shortcomings of this drama, in my opinion, so I'm gonna mention them first, and then I'm gonna talk about why I think this drama is a surprisingly happy and satisfying watch. So the few things that are not ideal for me, number 1 is Wong Junkai's acting. And if you've been a Wong Junkai's fan, okay, or if you don't have any hostility towards him, just being realistic, probably everybody would agree on that. I've seen a lot of real Wong Junkai fans were like, his acting is not good in this drama. So put your expectation of his acting at a very level, and then you'll be fine. Because honestly, when you get into the story, you'll realize he's more like a functioning person. Obviously, the story all circles around him, but it doesn't really depend too much on how good an actor he is. As long as he fulfills the narrative purpose, it actually doesn't affect your experience of it much. Also, he did get dubbed, and he's the only actor who got dubbed. So, point number one is the quality of Wong Jun-kai's acting. You need to have the correct expectation of it. Then the second point is, because this is a case-heavy, very quick-paced, a lot of high intelligence-involved crime stuff going on, then with this kind of script writing, if they're not significantly more cleverer than the average clever people in this world, then you can always pick out a couple of things. That doesn't quite make sense. You know, if I were the bad guy, I would do it that way, it would be better. So there are things like that in this drama, but they're not for significantly impacting the logic of the story. And then I guess if you're not just looking at it with a magnifying glass, you will be fine. Although it does have a couple of characters that are just way too stupid to be in their position and doing their job. Apart from that, I really don't see significant problems of this drama. It's a very enjoyable watch. So now let's talk about what is great about this drama. First, point number one, as I said, this is a crime drama, so the plot is important. 9 episodes so far, I'm very happy with the plot. In episode 1, you may not actually get the full picture because there's a lot of sort of twists and turns and the layer upon layer and upon layer of people's scheme involved, and episode 1 doesn't really explain everything. So when you watch episode 1 to 2, you may still not get a full feeling of what you're looking at, what is going on. Give it a little bit time, you'll see the full picture and it starts to get really interesting. And I don't want to spoil that experience for you to explore that yourself, so I cannot really tell you what happens. Basically, you should know it starts with a painting going missing from a museum that's within a university, and the student Wong Jun-kai plays is the person who discovered that, so he also becomes a suspect, and that's just the entry point of the story. That's how he meets the policeman played by Zhang Yi. And then you find this is not just a simple missing, somebody stole a painting. There's more layers of sort of conspiracy behind it and more people involving in it, and they have bigger sort of goals at doing other things. This is like the step 1 of their master plan type of thing. So I told you, but I didn't tell you what. The great thing about this drama is it cuts right into the main deal of the drama, the case, and the case leading up to next case and next case. There's not even 1 second that's wasted. It just keeps getting more interesting. New characters coming in and more surprises, and you're oh, this is more complicated than that. And along the way, you meet Wang Jun-kai and Zhang Yi's role, who are both I'm so happy to see super clever people. I'm just so happy that whether it's the definitely standing on the right thing side, the white and the light, the good represented by the police, or the criminals represented by criminals, or Wang Jun-kai's role, who is always standing right at the middle. It's like stepping here, there. He's not quite sure about what his motive and why he involves himself in this. And because of his family background, no matter which side you're on, whatever character you are, 95% of the characters in this drama you come across are very clever people. And this is normal. This is what crime dramas should be. If you want to have an impressively clever scheme that some crazy people, mastermind, have pulled off, then they have to be clever. And then the police who are able to capture them would be also clever. You have to be on the same level of intelligence to be able to do that. And thank heavens, Wang Jun-kai, Zhang Yi, a couple of policemen, not all of them, okay, in the police station, and definitely all the bad guys on the bad guys team, from the minions to the master, everybody is very alert, clever, logical, super sensitive. Their brain all runs super fast. And it's just exciting to see that. Because we've seen too many this type of dramas in Chinese drama land where all the clever comes only from the talks. That guy is the cleverest guy, you know, coolest guy, most good-looking guy, and the camera pans to that person and you're like, what? This is what you mean by most good-looking and clever? This drama doesn't have it. Everybody is clever. Yes, you would not be disappointed, okay? And if you like this kind of famous painting, disappeared in 15 seconds type of story, and then how did it happen? Who did it? Now we figure out who did it, but why did they do it? Oh, they actually have another plan behind it and behind it. If you like that kind of story, you're gonna like this drama. Second great thing is it's led by Zhang Yi. That's a reason on itself, you know, is enough for anybody to venture into any drama. I mean, it may not turn out to be your thing, but it's worth a bit time on your end. And I've watched Chongsheng as well, not the full thing, parts of it. I've made a video on that drama and I wasn't very happy about the drama, but it's not about Zhang Yi's acting. He's always so good. It's just the story wasn't interesting, wasn't engaging to me. And a lot of things don't make sense. This drama, made by the same team, same company, same producer, and even named in the same style, 重生之门, is so much better. It doesn't linger on the PTSD of the main character. It doesn't linger on all those psychological darkness that actually doesn't push any story forward. This is a story. It's really just the story that's that important. Everything else, every character is serving the story. And then in the middle of the whole thing, you you see Zhang Yi's acting. He's just such a joy. And there are a lot of really interesting details that he is able to bring to the character. It makes him feel very specific. Like this is a specific person, not just the average general idea of a clever policeman. It's a clever policeman who is specifically policeman Luo, okay, in this drama. And now my hope as a drama watcher is one day, soon, hopefully, I get to watch a drama, whatever it is, what time setting it is. It would have significant amount of screen time of these two actors fight off, wow, Wang Xiao and Zhang Yi. This is like my hope for their age range male actors. Obviously, better to be a great script, otherwise it's a waste of their talent. But if that can happen, oh my god, I'd be like, get up at midnight to watch it if it's necessary. I would do that. So the main two things about 重生之门 that is really good and worth watching. Let me re-emphasize the story itself. It's a pretty good crime drama. Intense. Every episode, it ends up on a cliffhanger type of thing. You cannot wait to see what happens next. Second is really Zhang Yi's acting. Oh, and Pan Yueming is a guest star, in case you're wondering. If you look at the list, you see Pan Yueming's name. He just shows up very, very occasionally in Wang Junkai's memory because he plays the father who went missing. Final thing to wrap up this first impression is obviously we do not know what happens to the next 17 episodes. You really don't know what happens because this is original script. You have nothing to go off on. If you've prayed for Under the Skin while you were watching it, for it to not crash, just pray for this drama too. I pray it wouldn't suddenly lose its intelligence, logic, it wouldn't suddenly crash, in terms of character consistency and whatever. Just maintain what it looks like now. Till the end, it's gonna be a really good watch. And I really love chasing this type of drama that doesn't feel you're wasting your time and also you don't know what's gonna happen. And because of the nature of case solving and crime, there's always that extra exciting element in it. So thank you for watching Avenue X's first impression video on the drama 重生之门 Be Reborn. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.